Good morning. Day 23 on the trail. And I just thought I'd just film where I slept last night, about 12 miles out from Cajon Junction. And I feel great this morning. My legs feel great. My pack isn't heavy. I mean, all I talk about is my back, but freaking A, it wasn't heavy. But sleep last night was not great. I don't have a sleeping pad. I don't have a sleeping bag. The sleeping bag really isn't the problem, but the pad, sleeping just on this hard dirt is not comfortable at all. To save weight on my tent, so you can see I just tie up my little bivvy up against whatever trees I can find or bushes. And then on the inside, I got rid of my tent stakes a while back, and I'm able to use just rocks. You always see some rocks lying around. So I just take 4 rocks and place them on the corner of my tent. That way I don't have to carry around stakes everywhere. I know it looks a little crazy, but it helps me. And like I said, at least like this morning, I'm not carrying, or even yesterday, I'm just not carrying a super load anymore, so I love it. I'm just going to take a walk down. There's the trail right there. And got the sniffles again this morning. Here's another, oh, there's a nice view down there. You can see some trees. There's another tent spot right around the corner. And I just heard, I was hearing like little, you know, you always hear everything out here, little sounds and noises, cricks and cracks and wind and, you know, everything. It's so quiet. So the smallest sound is intimidating. So this morning I woke up, I showed you guys earlier, these little, I think they're just a quail family. So I think they were just rustling around last night. Alright, so I'm just gonna get going now. One more quick view. I woke up, like I said, so the idea originally wake up at 2:30, 3:30 and get going, but since water's a little scarce out here, it's the middle of summer, about the 3rd week into July, I don't want to take any chances, so I'm gonna go into Wrightwood and just grab some water just in case at the next stop that I go to that there isn't any water. I'm fully loaded, and it is about 6 in the morning, and I'm just ready to go. So let's do this yet again. Tehachapi bound. Baby steps. So from yesterday to today, I will have gone about 8,500 feet. Now understanding why I'm sore. So I have about 7.8 miles to go, and I have a stuffy nose, if you can't hear. I got over a cold when I took my days off for healing. Caught a cold that was going around, and it still seems like it's in my system a little bit. Just stuffy nose though. But anyway, so 7.8 miles. Then I can hitch a ride to Wrightwood. I can refill my water there, or just get new water. I have 2 choices. I can go that 7 miles, or I can descend in about like 0.6 miles or so. There's a choice to descend 2.3 miles into the town of Wrightwood, but from what a lot of people's comments on Gut Hooks, it's a pretty steep descent. So I don't know. I may not do that. If I go down, I definitely won't climb it again. I'll just hitch a ride to the nearest, I think it's Highway 2. And then today I was reading more of the comments saying, yeah, like climbing 18 miles uphill, that makes you want to quit. So it's a funny way to start this trip, because the only thing going through my mind is like, what the heck am I doing? I'm so over California. I'm ready to cross into Oregon. So I was going back and forth. You know, I mentioned it's like the third week of July, so I'm hitting this peak summer season. So it's going to be hot right now. It feels great. But I'm crossing Mojave and all that. That's going to be interesting. But I think I will not continue on as far as like I said, I was going to stop in the Sierras and just skip forward. And I really wanted to kind of cross from California into Oregon, like walk it. But now I don't know, I don't feel the same way about this trip as I did when I first started off. When I first started, it was initially I wanted to get all those miles in. Now, to be honest, I just want to reach that Canadian border. I've mentioned that before. So even if that means ending this section to Tehachapi, skipping forward to Oregon, to me, and then continuing on from there to Canada, that's quite an accomplishment for me. I'm not like a hiker. This is my first through hike. I didn't train, for the past year. I grew up hiking and biking, but that's not something that I've done like anything like hardcore. So this is hardcore. So for me, like I said, it's definitely an accomplishment. I'll calculate how many miles it turns out to be when I complete it. But freaking California's huge. So freaking big. Like what the heck? This is crazy. So I don't know, ready to see some new scenery. Really want those Oregon blueberries. I missed that when I lived up in Alaska. There's lots of blueberries. So I really want to pick some wild blueberries, and that is fun. And I think that's the main thing for me, is just keeping this more fun than work. Right now it's work. Well, especially climbing up this hill. Can't deny that that's just work. And I just have some other things I want to be working on. I'm really into permaculture, adobe buildings, alternative living solutions, things like that. So this has helped me thus far, and I know it'll help me even further just complete some of those personal goals that I have, gain that clarity. I don't know, I just keep on going in life, What the heck? But anyways, it's always easier when you're talking and walking. At least I'm not chewing gum, because that would just be too much, and filming going on at the same time. But there's hardly anybody on the trail. I'm way behind schedule. But that's okay. I think I mentioned, maybe I didn't, saw someone yesterday. A couple people actually. One person was quite irritated, and I definitely get it. It's a hard mountain. But the other guy's pretty jolly. He's just going to Agua Dulce. But it's a mental game as you're completing these miles and climbing these hills and telling yourself to keep going. It's definitely a mental game. So I'll check back in when I'm getting closer to Wrightwood. good. How are you? I'm sorry. I thought there was something like an animal. I'm like, I thought it was an animal. I thought you were at first. I'm like, what's going on? So coming off of Acorn Trail, off of the PCT, you enter into this cute little neighborhood. And freaking A, so far, like, people in Wrightwood are so nice. It says that it's a very hiker-friendly town, and just two people, I've met that appear to live here are just wonderful, wonderful. So definitely cool town to stop in, and it seems like it has a lot of good PCT support, or even just hiking in general. So I'm in Wrightwood, California, and the decision again has been made that I'm gonna wait to do the hot section, the Mojave, Agua Dulce, and all that section when it gets a little cooler, hopefully this fall. But I'm gonna hop up to Oregon and Washington. That again wasn't an easy decision to come to, because the idea of the trail is to walk your way up, but to be honest, I'm so over California, and I'm a bit discouraged just because I don't know, I'm just over California. I can't explain it. I don't particularly have like a strict schedule, but my permit ends October 1st. That doesn't mean that I can't like refile for a permit or like for section hikes or anything like that. That just means that is my end date. And my particular goal is to touch the U.S. Canada monument. So Jesus is gonna pick me up in Wrightwood, and Wrightwood is an awesome town. I would definitely recommend people just come here. It's quiet right now, so I'm sure it's not as fun as it would usually be during peak season. And just again coming to this conclusion, it was real funny. My brother's asking, why, he keeps asking me, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And I had so many original answers at first, but I think coming to this point again, I feel like I'm hitting my wall. And I mean, I don't really have a reason why I'm doing this or why I'm out here. I don't have a particular outcome that I'm expecting. I don't really know at this point, but I do know that from being out here, there's so much growth and just self-observation that you do. I don't know. I think I'm just hoping, as I continue my walk and my personal journey, I've pretty much gutted this trail so far, that at a certain point that I will be a little bit more assured on what step I want to take next. I mean, I have an idea, of what Jesus and I would like to do, but I don't know, just to proceed in life with a little bit more assured-footedness, I guess would be the word for it. I mean, we can't be sure of everything, right? We approach things and we do the best we can with the knowledge that we have. And just like this trail, we're constantly growing, constantly changing, adapting to different situations, to different moments. I mean, there's so much that we can't be sure about. So I don't know, but what I do know is I'm over California. I'm ready to head up and see some green scenery. I don't think I've ever really liked the brownness, burnt trees and all that. And I'm not saying that, I'm California homegrown, born and raised, and I love the sunshine and the season, the long, growing season and so on and so forth. But I want to see something else. I want to see something new. And this trail, you know, there's nobody's holding like a gun to my head saying this is how you have to complete it and this is way, you know, this is what you have to do. No one's doing that. And I think that alone is an interesting concept to me, because, you know, the way I've proceeded through life is there's like a certain form or order, you know, that things must be done in. So to have this project for myself and to not have any type of expectation, and to have complete control over how I want to do it, how fast, how slow, you know, what I want to bring with me, you know, to have just that is an interesting experience, to say the least, for me. And it's something that I am very appreciative of. I mean, and that's life within itself, right? Like, there is no way to do it. There is just how we want to do it, how we want to approach it. So, I mean, I don't know what to say at this point. On to Oregon, I guess. Then on to Canada. Can we take smaller bites out of this stuff? Because holy crap. One thing is California's freaking huge. It's way too big. It's just ridiculous. And two, I hope that Oregon has lots of water so I don't have to carry too much. So, we'll see. But anyways, much love. I appreciate all you guys for following and all your kind words and your support and everything through this journey, because it's quite personal and it's just get out here and come experience, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. We can have a chat about what this is all about, because it's a little crazy. All right.